Yo, what's going on, guys? You're watching Epic Pokemon TCG. Am I good? Am I recording? Yes, I am. Alright. So, anyway, today's video, guys, I got a gameplay for you. It's going to be my Tapu Bulu list. My old one. I actually swapped out the Heracross for Delmise. And I'm going up against a Granbull list. Now, I actually had this gameplay sitting on my laptop for a while, and I wanted a video where I could talk about a lot of stuff and, just kind of have like a long, lengthy commentary. So, I kind of held on to it. The strategy I went for in this gameplay, I feel like I need to go ahead and get that out of the way before I start really getting into what I want to talk about. I targeted down his Macargo so he couldn't smooth over for anything he wanted to try to make it a little more difficult to get stuff out of his hand. So that's just what I did here. But anyway, so the rotation. Uh, yeah, the rotation got announced, and it is quite an interesting one. There's a lot of things that make it really interesting. I think the main one has to be the fact that we're going to see the rotation at Worlds, which it has its ups and downs. I think one of the pros about it is really going to test like who's the best player. Who's going to make the best medical, who's going to make the best deck, who's going to make the best engine. So we'll get to see early on probably what is like the best thing at the time to play in the new rotation, which I think is going to be really cool. You know, because I'm one of those players that like I test everything out. I kind of just do whatever whenever the rotation hits, and then as like time goes on, we start to see like those more established like engines and how certain things are played, what certain things are played. Like kind of like just kind of going with the flow basically of whatever's like hot, hot in the streets right then. Um, Again, there's cons to it. There is cons. I'm gonna be a little negative here. All right, I'm gonna be a little negative. And if this was you on the internet doing this, I'm not specifically targeting you. It's just how I feel. I feel like the amount of hate that Zorark, DC, and Marshadow got was just completely unnecessary. I thought it was stupid too, and everyone like freaking out like, "Oh my God, we're actually not gonna have to see Marshadow and Zorark at Worlds. It's so fun. It's so great." It's stupid. That's just stupid to me. I felt like just the amount of crying over that was just it was ignorant. Then again, we live in a day and age where everyone on the internet is overly sensitive. So it's only natural that that's going to come into Pokemon, and people are going to feel that way. And we're going to get those overly sensitive people in Pokemon that want everything banned, everything that's good. They want it banned, or if it beats them in a tournament, or but God forbid a deck wins a match, they want that list as fast as they can get. Okay, we're moving on. So the rotation, it's pretty crazy. I've said over the past few years that I definitely want a rotation where it feels like something's actually gone. Because in the past, they would like a rotation would hit, but we would already know that like some big card was coming back in a later set. And this year, it feels like the rotation we're actually losing a lot of stuff. So I wanted to give like my final thoughts and like and talk about what I think is going to happen. I really wanted to do this in a podcast like format with my friends, but I just flat out can't get them all together. And the only time I really would be able to is like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I don't think we'd be very entertaining. I think we would all be tired. They'd be tired from getting off work, and I get up early in the morning, so it'd be only natural. So I think that this rotation is crazy. I mean, when you look at just like what we're losing as a whole, we're losing Zorark, we're losing Tapu Lele, we're losing Buzzwole, we're losing Rescue Stretcher, Guzma. I could go on. We're losing a bunch of stuff. Now, again, this is what a rotation should do. We're not getting a rotation in expanded, obviously. I don't even know why they don't do rotations in expanded. It's kind of weird, but this one definitely is hitting standard pretty hard, and I feel like pretty much a lot of the format is going to come from Unbroken Bonds. My prediction is that electric and fire decks will be the huge decks. Things like Blazefulon, Charizard Reshiram, Pikarom, Zapdos, or whatever. I feel like those are going to be the big decks. That's just my prediction right now. I don't know if it's going to be necessarily just straight up Pikarom or what it's going to be, but 100% I feel like those are going to be like the best decks is just electric and fire variants. Fire 100% is going to be stupid. But, hey, like I said in my previous video, everyone knows that, or one of my previous videos. And we've got, let's see, trying to think. We've got a lot of stuff coming. We've got like the whole fire support. We've got some other stuff coming like the Dene and all that. Unbroken Bonds has a lot of stuff in it. I feel like Unbroken Bonds is a pretty good set to kind of like have that recovery from rotation, and then we have the set after uh, Unbroken Bonds to think about. So there's definitely a lot of stuff to look forward to when it comes to Pokemon, and I feel like Worlds also will be great. It'll be great. We'll get to see what works, what doesn't work, and we'll get to see how much of an impact Dedenne has. I think Dedenne comes out in Unbroken Bonds. I think it does. I might be wrong. I don't know. If I'm wrong, whatever. Let's just say that the Dene is going to be huge. Dex can honestly really easily run Jirachi into Dene, which I think will be probably really cool to see. Just like something gets knocked out, or you just start with Jirachi, you can Dene get like some cards to your hand, do Jirachi's ability. I feel like the speed will definitely be there. The speed will be really cool, and I don't know. We'll just have to see, man. Like the more I think about it, the more questions I get. Like what's gonna happen because we've been accustomed to playing a certain way for a really long time, and after this rotation hits, a lot of things are gonna change, guys. Decks are gonna be very different. How we play is gonna be very different. I don't know if it's gonna be faster, if it's gonna be slower, but it's 100% gonna be different. The rotation's actually gonna matter. I'm trying to think what else I was gonna talk about in this video. Man. Oh yeah. So I have a major worry. I have a huge major worry, and that is I kind of don't have a lot of cards. I'm not about to beg you guys for money. I was going to talk about something real quick. So I honestly only really have some of the older stuff. I'm able to like make relevant decks in real life, but I'm not really able to make as much stuff as I am online. So I've honestly have some stuff that like in mind that I'm going to buy from Unbroken Bonds, or I'm going to try to buy it. That's going to be hopefully fun. I have been doing some research. I've been looking and see what looks cool, what doesn't really tickle my fancy. But yeah, I'm kind of worried about the rotation mostly because I don't have a lot of stuff, and so I don't want to quit the game because I don't have anything to really play. I want to quit the game because I'm just not having fun anymore. And that doesn't look like that's going to happen anytime soon because I'm enjoying making these videos. I love just talking to you guys. I like making these kind of like one-on-one conversations, talking to you guys, like, what's happening in my personal life and, sharing my thoughts and opinions on everything. And that's why I wanted to do the podcast as well, is just kind of give you guys like a glimpse into like how me and my friends are for an extended period of time and just kind of get like different opinions on like, cards and, situations and all that, get some arguments in there because we'll argue 100%. We argue more than friends should. But it's definitely going to be a very interesting next couple months. We have the pre-release coming up very soon. I'm excited for that, and honestly, what I get in the pre-release might determine also what I play in real life. I don't know what I'm going to pull. It just really depends. Hopefully, there's something in the pre-release kits that's like amazing, like Jirachi. I still kick myself for not going to that pre-release. I wish I'd have gone to it just for that chance to get a Jirachi promo, because that would have helped out a lot. I actually don't own Jirachis, so I got a lot of stuff I gotta get. I got a whole lot of stuff I gotta get. I would plug my Patreon and my GoFundMe right now, but yeah, apparently me having a Patreon offended a lot of people. Moving on. So I'm curious what you guys think. What you guys think is going to happen as far as the rotation? What's going to happen at Worlds? What decks you guys think are going to be big? Do you agree with me? Is there something I'm missing? Let me know. I don't know if Malamar is still going to be viable. I don't know how well it's going to do compared to everything else in the format. We'll just have to see. And it's honestly astounding when I look at how long this video is. I chopped this down from like 16 minutes and now it's like 12 and a half minutes. My opponent sat for a long period of time just to over and over and over. Like when I knocked out something, I think he sat there for 40 seconds just not doing anything, and I cut that out. And it drastically, drastically shortened this video here. And I think I played this very well. It probably would have helped to have something else other than Heracross, but I still feel like I played it pretty well. Just getting rid of the Macargos was definitely really huge. Just so he can smooth over and grab choice bands and instruct and just knock out my Tapu Bulu. That was probably very, very helpful. But I think there's also some stuff coming out to counter fire as well, which is going to be very nice. I was actually really, really, really wanting to play Zoroark Dugong before the rotation hit. I actually might try still to do that because that just seems like a really fun deck. That seems really cool. I like the strategy and the idea behind it. Mostly because it's a very very good deck that can still counter fire decks and can actually compete against other stuff. And I heard in Japan that's been keeping a lot of fire decks in check, which again I don't think that's right to give Zork that much hate. I mean I feel like it just keeps a lot of decks in check. Yes, it wins a lot, but I've seen it get beat by stuff before. But I don't know. So This matchup actually was pretty interesting because I had to discard energy to one-shot Granbull, and I'm only taking one prize, and he's taking two for every knockouts. This matchup, I feel like I was a little more on the unfavorable side, but I've never lost against a Granbull deck before. I've beaten every single one of them that I faced off against. So, not to sound cocky, but I wouldn't really worry too much. But today I've actually been having a great day. I wanted to just record a video. I just had burgers cooked on the grill. They were phenomenal because I haven't ate all day. And I just been having a fantastic day. I'm sitting here watching a Hallmark Christmas movie in the middle of April because that's just what I do. Getting pumped up, getting excited for my pre-release that's coming up. I think it's like in a couple weeks or so. And man, if I can get some of the stuff that I'm really looking to get, like later on, just so I can play next format, that'd be great. Just something. I'm really hoping for just something. And if I can get like something that's pretty expensive that I can sell to get those cards, that'd be even better. I'm about to sneeze. I'm about to sneeze. Oh my god. Okay, I think that confirms that I am allergic to spending money. But yeah, this gameplay is actually winding down to the end. I wanted to get a little bit of personal stuff out of there, just out of the way real quick before I sound the video out. I don't know if I talked about this at the start of the video. I can't remember. I've been kind of looking at the TV and just talking. But yeah, I've had a great day. Tomorrow I'm going to League and just gonna hang out with some friends, have some fun. But yeah, just the whole rotation and everything that's going on is definitely making Pokemon very interesting right now. It's making just I don't know, God, man, that's really the only word I can think about is interesting. Just everything going on. We're just gonna have to see how this next period of time plays out. But honestly, this is actually a really fun match. I actually like playing this match out. It was really cool to see just everything going on. And right here, I Guzma. I'm gonna bring up that Slugma, bring up my Heracross, one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, and give him the GG and win the game. So if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I didn't want to really go too much into a rant. That's why I kind of held off on certain stuff because I didn't want to like rant too much and make this like a overly negative video. I just don't think that there was any justification for as much crying as people did about Zoroark and Marshadow and such. But that's just my opinion. But if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And this is Epic Pokemon TCG signing out. I love you guys.